My name is Samuel Kissous. I run Panel Media. It's a fast-growing French indie based in Paris, and we also have a base in London now. We've had long-standing relationship with a lot of the best UK indies for years, to such a point that we eventually became a pact member ourselves. So we have very close friends working at different indies in the UK. I think they are very talented, very creative, really good at creating formats that can travel around the world. Productions that air on Channel 4, ITV, BBC have a stronger chance of being adapted in France than productions that air on cable channels. But, you know, that being said, Wheelers Dealers is a cable show, and it's a big hit in France. We are now producing Series 3, and it's aired all around the world. So, you know, there are always the rules and the exceptions. We've had conversations with some of the best indies in the UK to work together on projects from scratch. There are certainly co-production opportunities between British broadcasters and French broadcasters. Sometimes we work with British indies. Sometimes we get a commission on a project from a French broadcaster, and then we have a conversation with a British broadcaster. So, for instance, we recently produced The Real War of Thrones, which is an epic docudrama series, and we made a version of that series for History Channel in the UK. So this is a case of collaboration with a British broadcaster on a production that was initiated by a French broadcaster. We don't have 100 subsidiaries around the world, so when we work on the format, we work really hard to get it sold in France. And I would say, you know, we've made 8 international formats in France so far, which is the biggest number of any indie. So we are very careful about making sure that we adapt the format to each of the broadcasters that we're pitching it to. And I think that's the best way to go. If it's a format that has already aired with a good track record in terms of ratings, it's certainly worth having a conversation. If it's a new show that's just been commissioned for a major channel, it's also worth having a conversation. Then, if it's a new idea that hasn't been commissioned yet, I think we would only look at it if it's an idea that can be a series and that can have a very strong international rollout.